On this week's edition of Hawk TV News, a man with 3 active warrants was arrested in Norfolk. Nebraska signs a contract for a new head football coach, and Jonah Hill wants to legally change his name. All this and more on Hawk TV News. Welcome to Hawk TV News. My name is Savannah Robinson. Thank you for joining us on this cold winter day. We'll have a deeper look into your forecast in a bit. Northeast Community College students were honored during a special ceremony recently in the Nebraska State Capitol Rotunda in Lincoln. They joined other students from across the state during the 24th Annual Commissioner's Recognition for Student Excellence in Career and Technical Education. Northeast students who competed in the National Skills USA competition earlier this year were recognized and received certificates during the ceremony. At the National Skills USA competition in Atlanta in June, Northeast Media Arts broadcasting team took the national championship in its division. In addition, 11 Northeast students earned silver and/or bronze medals in other categories, including architectural drafting, automotive refinishing technology, crime scene investigation, and welding. A Norfolk man is currently in the Madison County Jail following an arrest for 3 active warrants on November 28th. A Norfolk police officer saw a man he recognized as 49-year-old Lyle Frisch, who is listed as homeless, riding a bike in the 300 block of South 1st Street. Frisch briefly stopped for the officer, but then pedaled away despite multiple demands for him to stay where here was to stay. Additional officers responded and were able to take him into custody. Officers also recovered a bag of methamphetamine from him. Frisch was arrested on 3 Madison County warrants, possession of a controlled substance, and obstructing a peace officer. He was housed in the Norfolk County Jail and later transferred to the Madison County Jail. Police are investigating an incident at La Vista Soccer Complex. WOWT report that officers responded to the complex near 110th and Harrison on Sunday night after receiving reports of someone with a gun holding people hostage. Authorities say that those reports were unfounded, but a fight broke out and someone used pepper spray on other people during the incident. A teenager is facing a first-degree murder charge. Omaha police say that the 13-year-old suspect is accused in the shooting death of 13-year-old Lenny Rodriguez, who died after being taken to a hospital after being shot in the area of Hanscom Park on September 29th. The suspect was already in custody at the Douglas County Youth Center for another incident involving a robbery, gun use, and auto theft. A safari park near Omaha is getting a new dinosaur attraction. Officials say that Lee G. Simmons Wildlife Safari Park in Ashland will host an exhibit featuring lifelike robotic dinosaurs in 2023. The exhibition is produced by Dino Dan Incorporated, and it will be available at the park starting on May 5th. Thousands are left without power today as winter weather moves through eastern Nebraska. Over 18,000 people in the Omaha area and Council Bluffs were without power at one point, but thousands of homes got power back after noon. Omaha Public Power District and Mid-American Energy both say wind and ice are the main reasons for the outrages. Coming up next, Keely will tell us if this cold weather is here to stay or will it warm up. Along with the U.S. helping fund Ukraine electrical system, and the Cyber Monday records are set. All this and more on Hawk TV News.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Flace with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. The nicotine in e-cigarettes is addictive and can harm brain development. That's why I worry about teens who try e-cigarettes. Many young people use pod-based e-cigarettes like Juul, which have high levels of nicotine. And because teens' brains are still developing, they can quickly become addicted. The tobacco industry uses fruit and candy flavors to attract young people, often turning them into lifelong users. For more, visit healthychildren.org.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you.
I'm a licensed practical nurse. I work in rehab, long-term care, and assisted living facilities. When I look at my residents, I see my mom, my dad, and I'm giving the respect and the care I would want. We are protectors of our residents. Their safety, their health, and happiness are three things that we're working on 24/7. We've taken an oath to do that, but it's in our hearts to do that.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
Welcome back to Hawk TV News. My name is Keely Peck and I am here with the weather news for Northeast Nebraska. Tonight we will have a low of 13 degrees. It plans to be a cloudy night with moderate winds. Tomorrow there will be a high of 32 degrees and plans to be a much sunnier day with no precipitation expected. On Thursday there will be a high of 49 degrees with some moderate wind. It seems like we're heading back to normal temperatures soon enough. Currently at Hawk TV Studios it is 22 degrees with wind and clouds, and for now the snow has stopped, hopefully for good. For weather anytime, go to our website at khawktv.com. The U.S. is putting up $53 million to help Ukraine's electrical system. The U.S. State Department says the funding is intended to help Ukrainians persevere through the winter. The U.S. has been joined by European officials in condemning Russia's strikes targeting Ukrainian civilians and infrastructure. They've also said if Russia is deliberately trying to leave citizens without heat, that would be a war crime. Twitter is no longer stopping misinformation about COVID. An update as of last week has the company not removing or tagging misleading information about the pandemic. The social media platform's new CEO, Elon Musk, has talked about his commitment to free speech on Twitter. He has also openly criticized stay-at-home orders in the past. Home prices have fallen in September compared to what they were in August. That's according to the latest reading from the S&P CoreLogic Case-Shiller Index. They dropped by 1% across the country, which marks the third month in a row of declines. The numbers are in, and Cyber Monday set a record for sales. Online shoppers spent $11.3 billion, making Monday the biggest U.S. online shopping day in history. According to Adobe Analytics, the sales figure represents a nearly 6% increase over last year and about 400% higher than an average online shopping day. The hottest products were electronics, appliances, and books. Coming up next, Alex gives us sport news. What's going on with Northeast basketball? What's going on with the World Cup? Find out more next on Hawk TV News.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
Yes, I'm a smoker. And yes, I'm aware I should quit. I get pressure from everyone I love, and everything around me.
Smoking is really, really bad for you.
Yet sometimes that pressure alone is enough to make me want to light up.
At 1-800-QUIT-NOW, we get it. With free coaching services and nicotine gum, patches, or lozenges, we're here for you. No lectures, no judgment. Call us at 1-800-QUIT-NOW today.
I was given a prescription opioid pain medication that lasted a lot longer than the pain itself. And within only a few months, I was completely addicted. I lost everything. And I started to watch my life slip away. These drugs are addictive. One prescription can be all it takes to lose everything.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Welcome to Sports Focus. I'm Alexander Caston. The Northeast women's basketball came away victorious over North Platte Community College. This was the second meeting of the two teams this season. The Ducks pulled off the contest by a final score of 63-57. At halftime, the score was 34-26. The second half was tight as North Platte cut the lead to 53-49. Stevie Fallis was the player of the game with 17 points and 7 rebounds. The Northeast Hawks' next game is tomorrow at 5:30 against Central Community College in Columbus. The Northeast men's basketball also won last night. The Hawks played against Concordia JV. The Hawks came away with the win by the score of 88-83. This improves the men's record to 5 wins and 3 losses. Also in the game, the Hawks had 4 different players scoring double digits. The Bulldogs came as close as 4 points with the last 1 minute 17 seconds. Emmanuel Alexandre came in with the player of the game with 20 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds. Colin Storer also played a big role by having 14 points and 13 rebounds. The Hawks will go on the road to battle number 8, Kirkwood Community College, at 3 in the afternoon on Saturday in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The University of Nebraska-Lincoln is revealing the contract details for its new head football coach. Matt Rule received an 8-year deal that includes $66.6 million in guaranteed money. The deal is worth up to $74 million with incentives that are included. Coach Rule will make $5.5 million in 2023, and his salary will top out at $12.5 million by 2029. This is Coach Rule's 3rd coaching opportunity to coach college football and his 4th head coaching position following a fire this season from the Carolina Panthers. Deshaun Watson is returning to the field following an 11-game suspension. This marks the first time that Watson has played a regular season game since Week 17 of 2020. Watson was suspended following sexual assault allegations by 22 women. He was originally suspended by the NFL for 6 games, but in August, the NFL changed it to 11 games and a $5 million fine. He will make his return on Sunday against his former team, the Houston Texans, at noon on CBS. The U.S. men's national team played against Iran earlier today. This was a must-win game for the U.S. men's team. This is the first time since 2014 the men have competed in the World Cup. Earlier today, Iran called to have the U.S. expelled from the World Cup following social media protests that the Federation claimed had disrespected Iran's flag. U.S. men's national team won 1-0. U.S. will play Netherlands at 9 Saturday morning. Coming up on Hawk TV News, Top Gun Maverick is returning to theaters. Jonah Hill is changing his name. There's a new show coming out on Netflix. Jordan is with entertainment news. We'll be right back.
From the moments that shape our lives to those that shape our days, broadcasters are there, delivering the most trusted news that keeps you informed when it matters. We are your neighbors, a trusted voice, a lifeline. We are broadcasters. Text TV to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
I have a voice and the freedom to express it.
I have my faith as a freedom of religion.
I find the truth and have the freedom to share it.
I have a cause and the freedom to peacefully assemble.
I have a concern and the freedom to petition my government.
Think first. Know your 5 freedoms of the First Amendment. Go to thinkfirstamendment.org to learn more.
My dad's addiction and death from overdosing on opioids has taught me it's likely that everybody knows somebody who is struggling with this very problem. Losing my mentor, my best friend. He took one pill too many that ultimately killed him.
There's not been
last 2 years. Why don't we wait here? I just wanna stay here now.
One of the year's biggest films is landing back in theaters. Top Gun Maverick is having a re-release in selected theaters from December 2nd to December 14th. The sequel film brought in over $1.4 billion worldwide. That made it the year's highest-grossing film. It's also the only movie to ever be the #1 at the domestic box office for both Memorial Day and Labor Day. Jonah Hill is looking to legally change his name. The actor's real name is Jonah Hill Feldstein, and he filed a petition in Los Angeles this week to drop the Feldstein from his name. TMZ reports it's in a move to make his stage name official. This comes after Hill announced he was stepping away from the public eye for a while to deal with some mental health issues. Those are detailed in his documentary Stutz that is now streaming on Netflix. The 2023 Oscars will include all 23 categories presented live on air. Variety reports Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences CEO confirmed all the categories will be included in the live telecast. This comes after 8 different categories last year were cut from the main broadcast. Those include original score, makeup and hairstyling, and documentary short. The 2023 Oscars take place from the Adobe Theater in Hollywood on March 12th. The first trailer is being released for Netflix That 90s Show. The series is a spin-off of the hit sitcom That 70s Show and sees the return of Red and Katie Foreman, played by Kurtwood Smith, and Deborah Jo Rupp. It'll follow the daughter of Eric and Donna from the original series named Leah. She makes friends with her grandparents' neighbors' kids when she visits for the summer and will spend time in the same basement her parents did when they were her age. That 90s Show is set to hit Netflix on January 19th. That is all for this edition of Hawk TV News. Remember that Santa's Workshop will be held in the lower level of Union 73 from 2 to 4 p.m. tomorrow. And we will be back next week for the last Hawk TV News of the semester. Thank you for joining us.